Hi guys, I had nothing to do. Here's 4 a.m. The reason why I decided to record this fancy video right now over here about a topic on a topic things that kept me broke for a long time. Obviously, I've stolen this topic from other guy, but anyways, I was just installed these kind of pictures and. Anyways, I just want to try this out because before I will fall asleep, I need to higher my dopamine level somehow. So this is the way I would do it. So let's start off. The first thing I want to tell you about it is I want to pick the most relevant for me because it keeps me still broke, but I'm not kind of broke. I just want it just hook title for you to click on it. But obviously the most relevant and the most serious for me card, the thing that kept me broke until nowadays, would be the shiny object syndrome. Right? This is kind of syndrome. It is not kind of syndrome. It is the idea is behind it. The human, me as personality, we nowadays see a lot of side hustles on the internet. There are crypto trading, programming, dropshipping, kind of sales business, huge amount of stuff beside. And the thing is that every single side hustle that you're currently seeing on TikTok, which would be apparently working, it is real kind of work, at least for the people who are selling courses in it, right? But the thing is, the huge amount of side hustle that are currently widespread on the internet, they're actually working. But the reason why you do not succeed in it, because I would tell personally for me, because I'm not consistent enough and I'm not disciplined enough. An example is, I've switched for the last year, I've switched a couple of different niches where I could, if I would stick to it and be consistent on them, I would apparently succeed. For instance, the programming, the same sales, the crypto, or all the kind of stuff that I already told you about, that are they are actually working. And I realized that because it is so pretty obvious, but I'm too lazy to be consistent. For instance, to sell courses on the internet, you need to be fucking consistent enough, and you need to work on it. Before you will sell at least one course, you need to work on the material the 100 hours at least. It's not just it's not that easy for you to create a material, or it is not that kind of pretty easy for you to grow an audience like it was expected for me to do. And even the conversion, it means more than I thought, right? So it is that this is something that I'm currently struggling with the most. But I still have and take a decision to leave myself on it, to stick to it, because I just want to have fun and just investigate in my age, right? So the next thing I would say would be following the female or male, or chase women or men. It depends on your sex, first of all, but I would say it only refers to men, because I think it just said guy from the internet that men should not chase women until they would not succeed on something, because when you constantly chase women, you're it's kind of dopamine release. So that's the reason why you cannot stick to any sort of niche or succeed at least on something. I'm personally, I'm not a man. I don't know obviously if it is true, but it sounds irrational and even argumented, right? For the female, I would say I think it does not kind of works, because I'm not pretty even sure that female needs to be kind of. It is not even female purpose just to. It is not woman purpose just to be alone. And what we need to do anything which takes our take us pleasure, right? Which takes us dopamine release, right? So I'm not really sure if we need to sacrifice ourselves, our souls, our resources for the survival, or for anything. I think it is not how female do work, obviously. So I would not recommend it to female. So I would place it right over here, because it is depend on your sex and your purposes. Of course, if you're a female, if you want to pursue success so much, it is going to be the S tier for you. The next one I would say the meditation. No, I don't want the meditation. The balanced life. Oh, okay, balanced life. No, okay, the balanced life. Balanced life. It is just currently widespread at I don't even know what is that. It is just life balance. When everything in your life, it is kind of balanced. So you balance the relax, the work, the sleep, the relationship. It is all kind of balanced. But the reason why this picture, it seems to be pretty good for that system you could follow. But if we take a look at it and consider its pros and cons in the spectrum of pursuing success, or something what would develop our shift our identity to something better. If we want to change our personality to something better, I'm a huge believer that we need to sacrifice something in our life just to achieve it. Because if the life is so pretty comfortable for you, there is no reason for your mind and your brain just to shift your identity, because your mind, it is kind of thinks that it only cares about your survival and accomplishing your basic needs. So if you're accomplish your basic needs and support it and maintain it enough, so there's no even simple reason for you to shift your identity, right? So it is kind of cornerstone for any person's success. So, but I would not say you need to sacrifice your sleep as I do, because I don't even know what is the reason. Okay, I would place it right over here, because it does not change your identity as much as it could be if you will flip it, obviously. The next one is going to be YouTube videos that are kind of motivational videos for making money, motivation stuff. The videos with with this guy right over here, the videos with the motivational quotes, like if you want to be better at something, you need to do this or that. Like imagine yourself as a millionaire. You woke up at 5 a.m. and you go to take a shower and you're like, do this, do that, go for a walk at 5 a.m. and you already have made your first $50,000 at 8 a.m. I'm not really sure it makes any comment with it, like with the reality of that any of people or humans are existing right on that earth, because like it just sounds like really the guy just want to sell you a success. It has nothing to do with a real process of succeeding in anything, because like this kind of process is kind of completely boring, and you need to stick and you need to be in the kind of boredom, and you need to like evolve from that state, because like it is so spiritual process, I would say, the development of your identity. And it's like it could take years for you to like, you need to put a huge amount of time on it just for it to work. And it it's not how this works. So that's why I would put an F tier, because like it is simply a waste of time if you want to succeed anything in your life. It is just like it is made for selling courses and just for views, for you to view it. Okay, the next one, it's gonna be taking a cold shower. I'm not sure if it like if we're going to be judging and discussing it from the standpoint of pursuing your success, I would say like it is actually backed up by science that it allows you, it switches your nervous system to like, it kind of works something in the way of sympathetic, like it turns on your sympathetic mode or something. I forgot anything what I just read on the internet, but it actually gets the dopamine, stable dopamine, consistent dopamine released, combined with serotonin, which causes like it just releases to neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, which are like stable, and it kind of works like a little as antidepressants, the same as cardio and so on, and strength training. So that's why I'll put it on C tier, but I'm not really sure about it. Let me put it on D tier because it's not kind of useless, but it just, from that, like the vibe Patrick Bateman, I would say. Next one, waking up earlier. I'm not sure, like I think if I would able to disable my self-work, like I don't, like, I'm not the person who needs to tell about waking up early. I'm not supposed to tell about it because like I'm not that kind of person. I'm the last like I'm the last person who needs to tell about it. But I just citate the other guy from the internet who told that for him it played the bad joke because it become useless for him. Even he's kind of millionaire. He's like doing drop shipping, but this kind of thing, it was way useless for him. So he does not care. And there are like scientific investigation, like the higher dopamine occurs when you fall asleep late, so nearer to the night, there are higher dopamine levels. So that's why, for instance, I feel myself more productive. So that's the only moment of life when I'm actually productive either way, despite of my job. So this is why I'm recording this kind of 30 minute right now. So I'm not really sure it kind of works, but I would place it on the A tier because I'm not sure. I'm not simply a human who needs to talk about it. The next one, reading books. I think that there's nothing to talk about, because if you're reading the books on an actual topic, which like if you grasp the important info and you implicitly, like instantly apply it and or kind of use it, so that main purpose is for you just to exploit a book, just to extract the most important information for you and instantly apply it or write it down or memorize. It is the only purpose of the book, like in nowadays, right? I'm a huge fan of books. I know it myself, and like, but the reason I did it because I just wanted to dive deeper into the certain topics and areas in my life, or just like grab information and easily memorize it, or to learn English, for instance. But I never read in my life the books which are non-scientific. I don't remember simply this kind of. Okay, I do remember it was kind of A grade. Okay, but so that's why I'll place it on a B tier, because I kind of play a Tetris right over here, so I cannot miss the gap right over here, right? So it apparently needs to be something here, so that's why I'll place it right over here. Not because it deserves it. Okay, the next one is gonna be meditation. The first time I practiced meditation in my life, it was when I was 14 years old. This is kind of the moment when I assessed meditation as just great experience, which is kind of powerful, really powerful if you're trying to manage your attention span, and it kind of becomes easier for you to pay attention and concentrate on the stuff, like on the stuff simply. So that's why I would put it on S tier, because it is actually helps, but it is not helps the same way as, for instance, certain medications who are way more better than it. But I want to exclude them from the list because it is not a current topic of our video. Today's topic is about things that kept me broke. Okay, so next one, listening to advices of people whom you don't want to become, which are not on that place you want to pursue, right? So for instance, that are your friend guy, which is kind of on the same level with you, but he gives you a certain advices that you don't want to actually listen, because he, like, you just take a look at his life and you simply don't love his life. So that's simply the reason why you would not listen to his advice, right? And for instance, if it is like your mom or dad, even if they are like, even if you love them, there is a reason for you not to listen simply to them, because like they simply, maybe apparently, the most apparently, they're not specialists, and their occupation, their experience is going to be on some points and topics lower than you, right? So they don't have a sufficient level of knowledge that you have on some specific niches. For instance, they cannot simply give you any advice on crypto, or anything, etc., or how to manage your money, for instance. Okay, it's like it's not really great argument, I would say, but with the money, but they actually don't have a sufficient level of knowledge if you have it. Okay, so that's why I would put it on B tier, because it depends on, right? The next one is gonna be setting goals. I would place it instantly on F tier because it is kind of, I hate it. Trust me, like there are what for each kind of each human personally, everybody had a kind of experience which, you know, you're just kind of setting up the goals, and this is everything what you're kind of doing right now. You're just like setting infinite amount of goals, and you pursue nothing of them. So that's why I put the F tier, because it is simulation of you, like the dopamine gets released of the idea when idea comes out to your mind, right? But the thing is, you do not even pursue it. So that's kind of it is kind of similar to the like I forgot the brilliant object syndrome, when you're like looking up at the thing and you're like, I want it, and this is kind of daydreaming, but it has nothing to do, like it has nothing in common with a real success and actual value, right? With a real progress. Journaling, I'm not sure. I'm like, I never journal. Like I'm really rare in journaling, so maybe it helps out to something. It depends on, again. The last one is gonna be environment, and today I want to talk about your friends and the people or you're simply speak to, because there are like some there are some rumors there's some rumors on oh my god, there are some rumors on when you like you're like the same as your friends. So if you surround yourself as like with a rich guys, you will become a rich guy, one of these rich guys, right? I'm not sure if it works like that. I've tried it a lot of times, but I'm still broke, so that's why I don't even know where could I put it. But it's not gonna be on A tier, but it actually makes sense because I think I've just used it wrong, right? So I would put it on B tier, but it's actually important. But anyways, okay, I would put it on A tier because it actually makes sense. And the guy, okay, I would not. Okay, thank you so much for the watch.